हेलो गाइज एंड वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। मैं हूं सरफ एंड आप सभी का फाइट बाज के एक और वीडियो में स्वागत है। गाइज टुडे वी विल डू अ ब्रेकडाउन वीडियो ऑफ Umar Nurmagomedov of Song Yadong. And you know guys, this fight it is happening in Shanghai, China on 29 August. And this is a really interesting fight for the Bantamweight division, man. And for the Umar, because if he wins this one, I think he's the next for that title after Mra versus Petrian 3. I think Umar is next for the title. So this is really important fight for Umar Nurmagomedov to win that fight. And for Song Yadong, I think this is the biggest fight of his life. If he beats Umar, man, he's a he's a superstar. He's already a superstar for Chinese fans, but still he will in the outside of China, he's going to be a massive star. And man, beating a Nurmagomedov is not an easy thing. And if you beat a Nurmagomedov, man, it gives you some level of confidence and some level of respect from fans of MMA fans. So I'm gonna do a breakdown of this fight today, and hopefully if you like this video, please like and subscribe जरूर कर देना. And शुरू करते हैं हम. So man, if we talk about both these fighters fighting the last five fights, um, Song Yadong has two losses and Umar has a one loss. Yeah, Umar only has a one loss in his whole career. We all know against Murab Diwalisvili he lost a fight 1 year ago, and he lost that fight. That was a really close fight, man. Honestly, that fight going into the fifth round for the championship. Both fighters won two rounds, and in the last round, judges gave the fifth round to Murab. So that was the only loss Umar has in his career. And as far as we go for Song Yadong, he has many losses. His pro mem record is 23 and 9 and 1. So he has a 9 loss overall, if you consider his career. But if we see only his last five fights, he has a one loss against O'Malley. There was a decision, a loss, and 6 months ago. And then he has a loss 2 years ago against Peter. And but he's on a one fight winning streak against a Davison Figueiredo. And last fight was Umar was a Davison Figueiredo. And in that fight, Umar didn't look good just because Figueiredo didn't allow him to fight that fight. Honestly, Figueiredo didn't do anything. So, so I think it was not on a part of Umar like how he fight that fight. It was more of like Figueiredo didn't allow him to fight that fight right way. And Song Yadong finished Figueiredo in with a guillotine choke. So if even though MMA maths do not work the way we think it works, but if we see their last opponent was same for both guys, and Song Yadong did finish Figueiredo in a better fashion than Umar, just winning a decision victory. But it doesn't tell anything. It tells us that I think Song Yadong is ready for Umar to fight this fight. So if we see Umar Nurmagomedov is really heavy favorite in this one, minus 350, and Song Yadong is plus 410. Even though I don't I don't think these odds are like right. मुझे नहीं लगता कि these odds are like good. I think Umar should not be that much favorite against Song Yadong because Song Yadong is a really dangerous fighter. He has a one punch knockout power, and he have beaten some good opponents in the past also. So I don't know why these odds maker give minus 550 for Umar, but what we can do. I think a few things. Both these guys have a same height. Like if you see 5'8" for Song Yadong here, and same 5'8" for Umar. Even though 172 is Umar and 173 is Song Yadong, but doesn't make any difference. Even though height is same, but reach advantage goes to Umar Nurmagomedov because of his, a dynamic striking and his leg kicks. He uses them, so he definitely has a reach advantage. And now we were going to discuss their last few fights, like how they fight and who are the opponents and how did they do against those fights. So let me check with Song Yadong because Song Yadong is an opponent of Umar Nurmagomedov and he's a fucking amazing fighter. So he's currently on a one fight winning streak. He's only 28 years old, man. He's so young. Even though he's so young, he's 28 years old, but he has a cardio problem, man. Let me tell you, when he fights Patreon, I don't know if you have guys seen that fight or not, but when he fight Patreon, this fight, It was 2 years ago he fight this fight. Man, he was gassed in third round. He do not have a gas tank in third round to even get up to do something. Peter Yan just stole that round. Even though Peter Yan is man fucking amazing fighter, but still, Song Yadong has a cardio problem. I have seen that again and again in his fights that he has a cardio problem, and this fight against Peter Yan that was evident, and it was just 2 years ago. So I don't think he would have improved his cardio like that much in just 2 years of fighting. Then O'Malley, even though Song Yadong has a knockout power and he is a really good striker, but he lost to O'Malley in a striking battle. Yeah, he beat Henry Cejudo because Henry Cejudo do not have a like Henry Cejudo has a good striking, but not the level of Song Yadong, obviously. And Henry also have a car diploma in that fight. Like he saw some slowing down because Henry is old. And as far as if I go wrestling wise, I think Song Yadong has a good wrestling. He has a good takedown defense. But Peter Yan took him easy, man. Peter Yan took Song Yadong easy and he controlled him easy. So if I see Umar like taking down and trying to take down Song Yadong, I think he can take him down. If I see controlling Umar, I think controlled him, and I think Umar can submit him also. Uh, all his fight, if you see Song Yadong's last fights, man, on the ground he didn't like do much of effective work in comparison to like a guy like Umar. Umar will like tear apart him in the ground. I guess this is what I believe. Even striking, I think Umar is more dynamic. Good, Umar has the same striking as Song Yadong. It's just that Song Yadong has a one punch knockout power which Umar do not have. So I think the advantage goes to like in a knockout way. I think going to Song Yadong, but other than that, I don't think Song Yadong have any advantage in this fight if we compare both these. He have beat Ricky Simon, which is again like a good victory. He lost to Corey Sandhagen. Man, that fight against Corey Sandhagen, Doctor stoppage. Even though in that fight, Song Yadong is really blooded. He was bleeding, and but he do not show any sign of slowing down. So I think Umar need to finish him. I think Umar need to submit him. Otherwise, I don't think Song Yadong is gonna stop till the fifth round, I guess. And even though till fifth round or maybe fourth round, he will not have a good cardio, but I think he will not stop coming out. Like he will show his heart out, and this is the kind of guy you have to be careful. I think for Umar, I think he need to be careful for Song Yadong because Song Yadong is a guy. If he connects, he's gonna knock you out, and if not, you have to be careful whole 5 round. And yeah, Song Yadong is good fighter, man. But I don't think he can beat Umar Nurmagomedov, man. In my point of view, Umar is just better than him in everywhere. Currently on a two-fight winning streak, he's 30 years old, so he's 2 years older, and I think Umar has a better cardio than Song Yadong. Personally, in my opinion, even though against Marab he showed a really bad cardio, and like because of cardio, I think he have lost that fight. That's my observation of the fight because if he would have a good cardio, I think he would have won against Amrab. But regardless of that, um, Umar beat Fagredo and Mario Batista. Such a good fight, man. I was nervous for Umar against Mario Batista, but the way Umar fought Mario Batista, after that, I'm like, I think he can beat anybody. Only Amrab is the guy, or maybe a somewhat Petroyan. I think Umar can take down Petroyan and control him if they ever fought. And even though Petroyan is really good, he has a really good takedown defense, and his striking is just phenomenal. But I think out of distance, I think he can beat them. But only Mrab is the guy, I think. And I think in a rematch, Umar beats Mrab too. So yeah, he beat Cody Sandhagen, man, Baghzat Al Khan, deadly striker. So it is not something new to Umar. Like he's fighting as something deadly striker, and who have a one punch knockout power. Baghzat has a one punch knockout power. Even Corey Sandhagen has some great knockouts. Mario Batista can knock out somebody. Uh, Fagredo, I don't think so. And Mrab is also not the guy who can knock out people. But yeah, so Umar has real good submission, TKO, submission. So Umar is not the guy who can knock out people. But if he connects, he can. Like he have some knockout power in his resume. So for me, I think personally, if I have to, compare both the fighters, um, I think Umar is gonna beat Song Yadong. I think he can beat him in the striking. I think he can beat him in the ground game. And like, I don't see anywhere this fight goes and Umar do not beat Song Yadong. Only only way I think Song Yadong can beat Umar Nurmagomedov in this fight, I think if he catches him on the feet, which I don't think he can because Umar is long, he has a wrong reach advantage. He fights like longer with his leg kicks, step kicks, and then he goes for the takedowns. He only strike. Matlab, I feel like Umar is a really good striker and he can strike with people, but his wrestling is all we want him to use in these fights. So yeah, for my prediction, if you ask me who's I'm picking in this fight, I think Umar. Obviously, I think Umar is gonna decimate Song Yadong. Even though Song Yadong has the advantage of hometown, he's fighting in a China. He have fans behind him. He will get a support there, but I think Umar will beat him. And so yeah, this is my prediction and my breakdown of video. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe, man. Your one like and one subscription button will help me a lot, man. So thank you so much for watching this one, and see you in the next video. Till then, bye. See you later.